So it's been great at Percolate to think about what we can be doing for enterprise solutions. Over the first 90 days as CEO, I went and met with a lot of customers, a lot of prospects, and a lot of analysts. And what you find is most marketers are still wrestling with this challenge of creating audience-centric communications or audience-centric content. And the problem gets reduced down to really three dimensions. One is they don't have enough content, i.e. they need to produce more. Number two is they don't have enough good content, so how do they ensure quality? And the third dimension is when working with either their agency partners or across silos or across regions is how to collaborate, how to pull together the best content that's available and create an experience with their consumers that's meaningful and accretive to the overall brand. So the proven expertise that we have to address brands' requirements actually comes from the fact that we've been working for years with some of the top brands in the world, including MasterCard, Unilever, Adidas, etc., and thinking about how do you create better experiences with consumers? Because at the heart of every experience is content. We started at Percolate in 2011 as a social media monitoring tool and have evolved a vision to really embrace the broader set of content that can be used to touch consumers throughout their journey as they're experiencing a brand or trying to better understand what good or service they would like to buy. So the unique needs, strategies that we work with specific brands on to execute digital transformation really starts at the core of understanding what that brand is trying to achieve. What are they trying to, the sentiment in the marketplace that they're trying to build, the voice that they're trying to articulate, and then working with the marketing team to understand how does that get reflected in the assets they're going to build and the campaigns they're going to launch. That all is part of a process of setting up the content management system or content marketing platform that Percolate offers for these brands to orchestrate their campaigns broadly across the globe with many different marketing teams. Well, I think it comes back to how does Percolate develop and maintain the trust with large brands like MasterCard and McDonald's? I feel very fortunate to come to a company that has those types of relationships because it takes a while. Trust is built on relationships, and it starts with setting the appropriate expectations of what you're going to be able to deliver in terms of value, and then reaffirming that value throughout the relationship so that when you come to time of renewal, the customer is just as excited as you are about having that partnership continue. And I think one of the exciting things about Percolate, it's really been an innovator. It started as an innovator in social media and now has become an innovator in the content marketing space. So you find brands that are trying to operate on the edge, trying to figure out how better to create experiences, wanting to work with companies like ours because we're the ones that helping them do it in radically new ways. Well, I think the interesting thing about AI and how it has been a major trend affecting marketing over the years is it's really been something I've been chasing for a while. In fact, the last company I was CEO of was called Rocket Fuel, and it was where we applied AI to billions of points of data. We processed something like 200 billion bid transactions a day. And so I think we're just at the very early stage of AI applying to marketing, helping us to make sense of all those moments of influence, what is the right actions to take for brands, and how to engage to create better experiences. Some of the other things that I'm very excited about, and I still think it's experimental, is VR. There's a lot of noise about VR in the marketplace, but I think if VR can be applied to a transformative experience, for example with retailers, it can change the way consumers engage with brands. The example I was using today earlier was I went to an AT&T store to buy my new phone, and I was surprised they had this whole experience with Westworld. And I was like, what is the connection between AT&T and Westworld? Well, if you look closely, AT&T owns DirecTV. DirecTV's #1 channel is HBO. The #1 show in HBO is Westworld. So there's this logical extension between creating an experience around Westworld in the AT&T store, which enables a consumer like me to engage with the brand in a very, very different way, and not just buy my phone online, but want to go to the store, experience the VR Westworld experience, and have a very different relationship with the brand. What I looked forward most at the event, the Transformational CMO, was just to find out what the conversation was, because I look at this as a learning opportunity for me as well. I've been in online advertising and marketing for almost 20 years, and it's been fascinating to see the trends as they unfold, which ones are part of the hype cycle and diminish, which ones really stick. And so getting a chance to hear some of the speakers, engage with the thought leaders that are here, and understanding more from marketers who want to be transformational marketers, what do they need from their technology partners. Well, the benefits for attending an event like yours is really being able to get to talk to the people that matter. So Percolate is in a new category. We're defining that category. To do that, you have to work with thought leaders who want to pull you through versus just pushing. And so I think the idea of an event like this where you have a curated experiences with folks who have these problems and are open to the opportunity is a much better ROI than trying to do broad-based marketing at much larger events. Because the power comes from finding a few people who believe and help you get into their companies, and then you use them as lighthouse wins to take over a category.